guys, this is Sandra here, and look, oh, we have another empties video. I have a lot of things, and if you watched my previous video, you know that the way I do it, I only had one previously, but the way I do it is that at the end I add up everything of how much it's worth, just so I know, and this way I will know by the end of the year how much I spent. I also have a post on my blog, which is the empties from like December and January, I think. And then I posted the last video around April, maybe? I'm not too sure. But this is like a good 2-3 months worth of products, I'm pretty sure. And I'm recently trying to get into the habit of using up everything that I only have a little left of. And that's why I have so many products in this one. And I also included a few like shower gel and that sort of things. I decided to start doing that as well, because at the end of the day you spend money on those, and also some of them are a bit more exciting. So without further ado, let's get into this, because no doubt this will be a long video. Oh, and also if you like this makeup, I will link in the cards below how I achieved it. But now let's jump into it. I think we're gonna start with skincare and then gradually move on forward. So the first thing I pull out from my giant bag is the Clear Hydrofloral Anti-Pollution Hydrating Gel Cream. I loved this stuff. I think I had one of these in my previous video as well. I used the Clear Hydrofloral range for a long time, and I really liked it. Yes, if I can find it, these are a bit harder to find. I feel like Clear is such an underrated brand. No one really talks about them, and I don't know why. They have really nice products. They're just not that mainstream, at least not in the UK. But I really liked it. And at the moment I'm using something from Elemis. But if I'm finished that and I can find this, I would happily go back to this. I really like this cream. Another Clear item I used up is this Intense Nutrition Lip Balm. I got this for Christmas, and this one I was not that keen on. Ugh, the scent is a bit funky, and also I feel like this was sort of like Vaseline, like it just sat on the top of my lips, but I don't feel like it really did anything. So I don't know, this is the only Clear item so far that I've tried and I didn't like, so I'm not too sure. I just didn't really feel this one. The another one though that I really liked is this Clear Aroma Cleanse Soothing Micellar Water with Rose Essential Oil. It's marketed to be good for sensitive skin, and it was 400 ml, so you can see next to my head it's quite a giant bottle. This design is like quite a classic Clear bottle, and I really liked it. It's quite nice around my eye area as well, and again, I would repurchase in a heartbeat. At the moment I'm using one from the drugstore that is cruelty free as well. That's another thing about Clear. They are one of the high-end skincare brands who are cruelty free, which is amazing. And yeah, I really like this. So if you find a Clear around you, I highly suggest to try it out. I think you can even find it on the journalist website, maybe even in Debenhams. But you can definitely find the brand online. And yeah, it's really nice. It was really good. And while we are on Clear, so I used up 3 minis, and as you can see, these are all cut in half because I like them so much. So I think I have 2 of the Hydrofloral Cocoon creams, which are essentially the same thing. They're just a bit more thick. And then there's also just the Hydrofloral Rich cream. So the rich one I used in the daytime when my skin felt a bit drier, and then the Cocoon one, I had 2 of the Cocoon one, I used that in the nighttime as it was even a bit thicker. And I mean, these I'm not gonna count into my total because they were so tiny that I couldn't, like, there would not be much point, and obviously I got these for free. But these were really nice. I think I took these with me when I went traveling, and yeah, they were amazing. And the next one is the Source of Nature body lotion. I think I have a blog post on this. If I can find it, I'm gonna link it below. I'm not sure, but if I can find it, I will link it below. And this is the cruelty free brand from Sainsbury's. Now when I started using it, it was okay, and it did an okay job, but it's one of those that feels a bit more, not necessarily greasy, but you can just sort of feel it on your skin, and it does sink in. It does like instantly, like really gives you instant relief if your skin is dry. But in the long run, I didn't feel like it was moisturizing enough for me personally. So if you're someone with really, really dry skin, I'm not sure this will do enough for you. But it was okay. I mean, for £2, I was not expecting for this to change the world. But it was okay. It was just nothing special, really. While we're on the topic of Sainsbury's, I also have a nail polish remover. This is the Advanced Nail Polish Remover by Sainsbury's with Pro Vitamin B5. And that's all it says. Again, cruelty free. Sainsbury's own brand is cruelty free. That's why I quite like picking these things up when I'm just around there. And it did a good job. It also has 250ml in there, and I think it only costs £2. So again, it's one of the better ones out there. Also, I find it quite hard to find a good cruelty free nail polish remover like in a drugstore. If I go to Superdrug, their own brand is cruelty free, but I don't really have a Superdrug near me. But yeah, this was a really good nail polish remover, and I would be happy to repurchase this. I probably will. To swiftly move on to another shop's own brand, this is the Essential Waitrose Daily Care Conditioner, and I really like this. I think this is 80p. 80p, people, 80p. And this is so nice. Now, my hair is not color treated, and as you can see, I like to wear it just quite messy half of the time because it's so thick and there's so much of it. I can't really be bothered to style it because it just doesn't really hold it. But I still like to look after it, and I have a few more fancy shampoos and conditioners as well. But I feel like this is doing a really good job of keeping it nice and smooth. So if you're in a Waitrose, pick this up, give it a try. Also, the smell of it is quite nice. It's quite... Oh no! Did you see that? God, lovely. Doesn't look like something else at all. Okay. I think my grandma used to have like a body lotion that had this scent. Yeah, I do really like it. It reminds me of my grandma in a good way, and yeah, I think it definitely is worth the 80p. My only... I mean, it's 300ml, so I guess that's not that little, but I would like them to have this in a bigger tub. That would be amazing. But yeah, I really like this. Another hair care item I used up that I talked about in my huge haul is this Isana Professional Argan Oil Conditioner, and I really liked it. Again, the smell is amazing. It's from the drugstore, and I'm not sure you can get it here. I tried to find it online, so this is one that the price I just sort of had to haphazardly, you know, convert in my head because I couldn't find it anything. But if you're in Germany, Austria, Hungary, around those countries, I'm pretty sure you can get this in the drugstore, and it's really nice. It did amazing on my hair. Again, I don't have color treated hair. This is my natural hair color, so you know, it's not really, and I don't really heat style it, so I think my hair is quite healthy to start with, just because I don't do those things on it. But this did an amazing job of keeping it still nice and smooth, so props to that. I really liked it. Another shower item is this Original Source Foaming Shower Gel, and this is in the orange scent. I really like it, and this is one of those shower gels that you press out in your hand and it comes out as a foam, and it lathers up beautifully. And I just like foams. For some reason they just feel a bit more luxurious, but also if you're someone who shaves, you can, you know, use it as a shaving foam as well. It just doubles up beautifully. And it says it's up to 35 showers. Now, I have quite a few shower gels on the go. I never really just use one. So I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure I used it more than 35 times. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I had it for quite a while. But I really liked it, and I'm looking forward to purchasing more of these in the future because it's really good. But at the moment I still have a few to get through, so not now, but I will definitely get more of these just because they're amazing. Another soap is the Dr. Bronner's 18-in-1 Rose Pure Castile Soap, and I talked about this in my latest haul video, I think, where I purchased the mild baby blue version of this. I used this to clean my makeup brushes, and I told you in that video as well that this one is running low, hence I purchased the other one. And I think the other one is like half a liter. This is 237 milliliters, so this is slightly smaller. But it was enough for so many brush washes. I wash my brushes about every week or every 2 weeks if I don't have time. And you dilute it with water, so 1 part of this and about 4 parts of water. So it's enough for loads and loads of washes. And it does an amazing job. I really, really like this. I have a few face mask type things in here. 2 of them are sheet masks, which one of them is the Love Beauty and Planet Coconut Water and my Mimosa Flower. I'm pretty sure that's how I pronounce it. This is a hydration infusion sheet mask, and I don't think any of these has a particular smell, but it did a really good job. The thing is with sheet masks, I never really know. To be fair, I should probably use like one once a week, but sometimes I forget. What can you do? I can never really tell like straight away if it does anything. My face always feels nice and smooth and hydrated after all, so I guess it does something, but I can never tell. But I use this one up. I still like to include them in my pamper routine. It just feels nice. And then the other one is the Boots Ingredients Sheet Face Mask Super Hyaluronic Moisturizing and Nourishing Mask. I remember this one was really, really wet. The other one was too, obviously. There's like sheet masks, so they are sort of little masks soaked in the bag. But I remember this in particular being super wet. And I can still feel a little bit of liquid being on the bottom of it, even though I used this about a month or 2 ago. But yeah, again, never too sure if these sheet masks do anything, but it felt really nice when I had it on. So yeah, it was a nice one. And then another one, this is not a face mask, this was an eye mask. So this is the Elemis Pro Collagen Hydrogel Eye Mask. And I got this for free, but the original value is like £50 and something in a pack of 6. So even this one is worth about £10, I think I counted. So the way I count my beauty empties is of how much they are worth. So if it's just a tiny sample, I'm not necessarily going to count anything for it. But with this one, where you can actually count how much one would cost, and I counted it, it would cost £8.50 for 1 pair. Then I will count, because obviously even some of the products I bought I might have got on sale or for free from my company or friends or family or whatever. So I'm counting just for what they are worth. And this is worth £8.50, and it was really, really nice. I mean, when I did it, it's in my Get Event Ready With Me video. I used this in the beginning, so that was a mistake on my behalf. I shouldn't have used it while getting ready. But, so I don't think I had it on for as long as I should have. But even in that little time, I could feel that my under eyes felt really nice and moisturized. So I would say if you're someone who suffers from really, really dry under eyes, this can be nice for you to invest in and use one a week. I'm actually not too sure how often you should use it. It doesn't really say. But yeah, I imagine if you're someone who has really, really dehydrated under eyes, you could actually really benefit from this. So let's go with the face items first. This one again is from Elemis. This is the Pro Collagen Marine Cream. And I think this one came with a magazine, but again, I counted this one would be worth £25.50, which is ridiculous because this is just 15 mils. So, I don't know. It's really, really nice. I know that the marine cream comes with like 4 or 5 different options. You have a night cream, you have a day cream, you have a day cream with SPF, SPF 30, SPF 50, I don't know, loads of different ones. I really, really liked it, even though it says anti-aging on it. Because my skin can get quite dry, this is just really nice and soothing, especially in the dry areas like around my forehead and cheeks. It can be really, really amazing. And would I purchase it for the full price, which is around like 70 quid or something ridiculous, so like 80, that's why this is worth like 25 quid. I don't know. If they go on sale and I can get it cheaper, maybe. I really, really like Elemis as a brand, and this was really, really nice on my skin. So maybe if I can catch it on sale, I would, just because this was so, so nice. and it does feel amazing. I think was it Christina Chang who talked about this as well? I think so. But yeah, it is really, really nice. So I would say I really like Elemis. Again, I feel like not enough people talk about Elemis. I think they're getting a bit more mainstream now. It is the same as Decleor or even Dermalogica. I don't think enough people talk about those brands. And while we are on Dermalogica, I had this ultra calming serum concentrate. I had this for a long time and I really like this. Now this is not something I think I would purchase. I think back in the day I got it as part of like a kit, and I really liked using it when I got like sunburned, or if I use like a stronger face scrub, because I think this says as well that it's quite nice to use after like resurfacing the skin. Even after like a stronger chemical peel, this can be really nice. But I'm not sure I wouldn't use it enough for me to repurchase it in a full size, but I really enjoyed while having it, and after getting like, let's say, sunburnt, this did wonders for my skin. So maybe if I get really sunburnt, but I can justify spending that much money just for that. Skincare item that I'm pretty sure I had one of these in my previous one as well, just in an older packaging, is the Ren Keep Young and Beautiful Fuhrman Lift Eye Cream. I really, really like this. I lost count at this point how many of these I went through. This is the eye cream I've used now exclusively, I think, for like the past 2 years maybe. Now this next item is from a brand I never knew how to pronounce. They're a French brand called Nuxe, N-U-X-E, I never know. And this is the multi-purpose dry oil face, body and hair. Now I never used it on my face. It just never appealed to me, but on the body and on the hair this is really, really nice. This is for just a small size, and I think it was like a gifted purchase once with like Feel Unique or something like that. And yeah, it was really nice and hydrating. It's just a body oil with loads of shimmer in it, so I mainly used it in the summer on my arms when we went out, or on my décolletage. It was quite nice. Or if my hair was really dry and I couldn't find anything else, I just sort of ran this through my fingers and a bit in my hair, and you know, it worked fine for that. Sorry, camera died. But what I was saying, this one I wouldn't repurchase. One, because it was not that special, and two, it's not cruelty free. So one more thing that can go that's not cruelty free. Yay! The last item for my face skincare wise, I think, is the Pixi Glow Tonic. I think this is my second or third bottle of going through this. I really like it, and again, in my last haul, you've seen me purchasing the, what is it called? The vitamin C version of this. So far, other than the smell, I can't really see a difference, to be honest, but I don't know. I really like this though. That does a nice job as well so far, and I do feel like it does make a difference to my skin. So I'm pretty sure I will continue purchasing this, and you will keep seeing it in future empties videos. The next body care item is the Super Duper, such a fun name, Super Duper Shea Butter Body Butter. And this is a new brand I found in Boots, and what grabbed my attention is that they have like huge, I mean huge bottles of shower gel and like body butters, and I just bought like a little like travel set, I guess, or like gift set, because I wanted to try it out. And it smells like really nice and vanilla, a little bit artificial, but still smells really, really good. And it came with this, with a little sponge and also a shower gel. The shower gel I'm still using, but this one I managed to use up. It didn't last me too long, to be fair. And the sponge, I'm not sure you can see, it's falling apart. So this is the only thing that I was not impressed with. I never really used like a cognac sponge, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I never really used a cognac sponge before, and I always thought this is more for the face than the body. It just doesn't really lather up nicely, and I don't feel like it did an amazing job at like disposing the soap all over my body, so I'm not really gonna shed any tears about this. And the body butter I think I would repurchase, but only in the winter time. I think they have another another scent as well, which is more like a citrusy one, which is okay, but I prefer this one. So I think I would repurchase this in the winter. I tried to look if they have like a body lotion, but I think they only have a body butter and like a shower gel. I didn't really find a body lotion, and I think they have like a hand cream. I have enough hand creams at the moment, so I don't need it at the moment, but in the future I would purchase that, not purchase. Yeah, the scent is quite nice, so I would highly recommend giving this brand a go. They are cruelty free as well, and they are supporting water aid, so good brand. You go. Last two items, one of them is a deodorant. Exciting purchase again. This one is something I purchased while at home, but not this time, like last time or maybe the time before, I don't know. I'm one of those weird people who have more than like one deodorant on the go. I don't know why, and this was one of them. This is the Balea deodorant, and this is like the Paradise flower or something like that, whatever that is. And this is an aluminium free deodorant, which is really nice because apparently, well, some people say it's bad for you, others say it's don't, because it's blocking your armpit whatever and it doesn't let through the sweat. I don't know. It does smell really lovely, like flowers. I really like the scent and it did a good job. I mean, I haven't really found one deodorant yet that's completely stopping me from sweating. I don't think it's a thing, or I'm just using the wrong ones, but I'm trying to make sure I'm using one that doesn't have any aluminium in it and it's more natural, so maybe that's where I'm going wrong. But I think it's also because deodorant is supposed to mask the smell, and then the antiperspirant is supposed to stop you from sweating, but apparently it's not good for you. I'm pretty sure that's the whole deal behind it. The next thing is the Carex Complete Strawberry Laces Refreshing Hand Gel, and apparently this was a fun addition. I had it for a long time. It had a really artificial strawberry scent, and you know, this was just good on the go if I wanted to make sure that my hands are clean. Again, as far as I know, Carex is not cruelty free, so if I want the hand gel I can get it from like the Body Shop or whatever. This will not be one of them. I'm not that fussy when it comes to hand gels. It's just a nice addition to have when you're on the tube or something. So yeah, I'm not too sad about this, and I had it for a long time. The packaging got quite manky, so it's good to be done with this. The next thing I have here is a perfume. This is the Marc Jacobs Daisy, and this is the fresh version. And oh, I know I'm being really basic, but I really like this. And Marc Jacobs Beauty is cruelty free, so I'm pretty sure the perfumes are too, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they are, so I would happily repurchase it in the future, and even in the bigger size possibly. I think this came in with a refill, but I used that up already. So I also want to get some roller balls so I can throw it in my work bag, so I can refresh myself throughout the day. I think that would be quite nice. But yeah, I really like this scent. It was really nice. I really like floral scents, so this is right up my alley, even if it makes me sound really mainstream and basic. So be it. I love this scent. Now the last thing, technically it's not an empty, but I'm done with it. This is the Wet Brush Pro, and please let me know if this happens to anyone. And caution, it will look a bit manky, but can you see how I have like fluffs in it? Why is that happening? I don't understand. I never had this problem in the future, but lately it always happens to my brushes, and this is why I have to get rid of them. And I try to like clean it, but it's just super hard, and you sit there for like 15 minutes trying to get it all off, and it's just not happening. And I wonder if it's because lately I keep my brushes on my table, and my table is right by a window, so there's some dust coming in, but it's also the table where I do my makeup, so you know, there's all this powder in the air. So I wonder that's what's making it dusty. I don't know, but obviously I can't really brush my hair with it because all these little fluff bits are getting in there. So I don't know. Does it happen to anyone else? And if so, do you know what causes these little fluffs? Because it's driving me mad. Because otherwise it's a perfectly fine brush, but I tried to wash it, I tried to brush it out, it's just not working, and it means I have to throw away my perfectly great brush. I would recommend that brush, by the way. It's really nice, and I prefer this to the Tangle Teezer just because it has a handle, and I know the Tangle Teezer does too, but I also feel like this is a bit more gentle to my hair, and I feel like the head is just a better size, even though the brush I got now is a Tangle Teezer just because I was in Boots and they don't have these there, at least not where I live. So, and I got the one that has a little cap so you can travel with it and it keeps it safe and nice and clean. and I'm hoping that that will stay clean this way. All the next bits in there are now makeup or makeup related, so we arrived to the fun bits. Well done if you made it this far. I'm sure this is one of those longer videos. The first thing I have here is this Eyelure London, the Lash Edit, and I had it for a long time. It had 3 lashes in there. The number 121, number 117, sorry, and number 154. And you will see it on the back which styles they were. So there was like a more natural one, a midway one, and a more extreme one. I really like this. I had it for a long time and I used the lashes for a really long time. I also really liked it because it had like a little Velcro thing going on, so it kept the box shut, and then it also had a plastic to keep the lashes behind. So it was nice and neat, but you know, no matter how much you look after your lashes, after a while they will be gone, so that's gone. A primer water is this mini Smashbox photo finish primer water, and I think it came as a part of like a priming set. I really like this. I'm not sure it, you know what, I don't know if it did anything. It felt really nice and refreshing on my skin again when my skin is a bit more drier, and you could even set your makeup with this apparently, so I would repurchase this. It felt nice on my skin, and regardless if it did anything or not, it's nice to refresh your makeup as well, so I would repurchase this. And this is in a really cute packaging. I think it was part of like a Christmas edition or something, I don't know. Foundation wise, I have 2. I have one from Avon, which is the Avon Ideal Shade Light Makeup Base. I mainly used this mixed in with my MAC Face and Body one to give it a bit more extra coverage, although it didn't have too much coverage, but still, and also to make it a bit lighter. It was really nice. I think my mum bought this and then she didn't use it, so she gave it to me, and it was nice. I feel like Avon is an underrated brand, and I don't purchase from them anymore just because they are not cruelty free, but this was quite a nice product, and they have quite a few nice products that I actually really enjoyed in the past. So yeah, if Avon would be cruelty free, I maybe would repurchase this just for light makeup days. And another foundation is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder. This is in the shade 4 Fair. I'm pretty sure again this is a foundation that I had in my previous one, just in a lighter one, and I currently have one in my makeup drawer as well. This retails for £32, but in my opinion it's worth it. It's really nice, and I do have a pro discount with Charlotte Tilbury, so luckily I can get it for about 20 something quid. So I really like this. It's light, but it still gives you a bit of coverage, and it's a glowy finish. So I really like this, and I'm pretty sure that this is the one that I will continue buying over and over again, just like my Becca Skin Love. It's one of those OG foundations for me, and I don't feel like enough people talk about this, but this is a really nice foundation. If you don't mind spending a bit more on it, I would recommend to try this out really. Another product which is technically, I guess, not empty, but we're getting there, is the Bare Minerals Translucent Powder Duo, and this is in my project pan. You know, if you watch my brulette pen collab, that I'm penning the glow, the glow side, and you will have to watch my finale to see how I did, but the packaging is in here anyway as I repressed it in another pen. So yeah, this is going. The matte side I enjoyed a bit more than the glow one, but it was still a good product. I don't think you can get it anymore though. Oh, my boyfriend is coming. I can hear him. There he comes. Alright, boyfriend's home now, so where was I? We're just gonna carry on. So the next bit is not technically an empty again, but this is a Sigma 3D sponge. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, and I really like this. If you've seen again my latest haul video, I bought this one in there. Well, not this exact one, a new one. And I really like it. I just think it's a really good sponge, and it's worth ordering. Again, if you can get Sigma, because you're in the UK as well, and it's just a bit too expensive to order. The Eco Tools one, the darker green, is really nice, but also the Real Techniques one, that's really good too. But I really enjoyed this, and I'm happy I have a new backup now, and maybe next time I should order two, but it's too late for that now. So the next two are empty pans. This one is a Benefit Hoola bronzer, if I can hold it. There we go. I used this up again in my... Was it in a project pen? Was it not? I can't remember. I think it was. I'm not too sure. But it's gone. And I used to love this when I first got it. I remember I really loved it. But towards the end, now when I use it up because I wanted to get it out of my collection. And I wanted to get a good use out of it. But I was not the biggest fan anymore. I'm not sure if my skin changed a bit or the product got a bit older and that's why I didn't enjoy it anymore. Anyway, I used it up anyway. I soldiered through. And I'm happy this is gone now. And another pen I have here is from the Naked 2 palette. And this... Oh, I just dropped it. This is an eyeshadow called Blackout. And if you watched my Project Pen Roulette, I think in the first update, you know that I used this stuff because I was clumsy. And if you watched my channel for a little while, I'm quite a clumsy person. I'm always dropping things, and just see this video earlier, or maybe I will put it in the end. I don't know. Just keep watching because I was clumsy once again. But anyway, I dropped this and it shattered, and I use this a bit, but again, we all have thousands of black eyeshadows because companies just like to plunk them in all the palettes out there, even though no one is using up a whole pan of black eyeshadow ever. So one down and another 20,000 to go in my collection, but at least one is out. I have 3 more products to go through before we're finished. The first one is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden, and oh my god, is this taking ages. I had this for about 3 years at least, if not more, and it took me ages. I even cut it open, and to be fair, there's still a little bit in there. But one, the inside of it is like really weird. It has like 2 layers, so some product is stuck inside. But also, once you cut these open, the product just dries up, so I call it quits. But I had to cut it open because I couldn't squeeze it out anymore. There was nothing coming, so I thought I would cut it open, and there was still quite a bit left. But after you cut it open, this really dries up. Now I have one still that's called Sin, and then I also have the original one in like the purple packaging, so God knows how long those will be with me. But this took ages, and I'm so proud and happy that it's gone. I thought this will never end. This even takes longer than a MAC Prime Pot? Than a MAC Paint Pot. This takes absolutely ages, and it says it's lasting for 6 months. Well, I had it at least for 3 years, and it still did an amazing job, and my eyes were fine with it, so you definitely get your money's worth with it. And yeah, I'm just happy it's gone. But again, at the same time, I really loved it, and it's definitely good value for your money. Urban Decay, I have nothing but to say about this. This one is from another project pen. This is the Essence Mini Lip Gloss, and this was in my Graveyard project pen, and this was not full when I started it, but I managed to finish it, which you would think is not much of an accomplishment since it's so tiny, but it took me ages, and I used it so much. It was just a clear lip gloss, and it's finally gone, so goody. Bye bye. But yeah, I mean, it was a clear lip gloss. There's not that much to say, and I already talked about this in my Graveyard project pen, so we're just gonna say goodbye. And the last thing I have in here is the Avon Glimmer Stick Diamond in the shade Brown Glow, and I also have one of these in my Graveyard project pen again, but that's in the shade Brown Sugar. And I really like these. Basically, these are just some glowy eyeliner pencils, and this was like a lighter brown, and the brown sugar I have at the moment is a darker brown. I have it on my eyes at the moment as well, but unless you really build it up, you can't really see the glow. And as you can see, I keep turning it, but there's nothing else coming out. It's completely flat in there, and this was a really nice pencil. This is one of those things from Avon that I'm gonna miss, just because these are such good value. I think they're around like £2. I'm not exactly sure, it's on my list, but it's not that important. It's around £2–3. Really good value for money. They are really long lasting and really creamy, even after I owned these for like, what, 2 years? I mean 3. You're probably not supposed to have them for that long, but again, I only use this on myself, and they just really glide on. They're really amazing, and if you're not cruelty free, although I would urge everyone to just try to at least purchase items that are, just because there are so many great options out there. But if you're not, this is a really nice option. The whole bag is now empty, so it can go back in my cupboard. I just use this giant backer bag to collect everything in there, just because it's so big. It really holds in loads of things, as you could see. And now we come to the exciting part, when I reveal how much these products are worth. And the way I did it is that I added up just the makeup total, which includes all the makeup bits and the sponge. And what else did I count in there? The sponge and the eyelashes as well. So yeah, so all the makeup bits, the sponge and the pack of lashes is worth £1,064.15, which is a lot, but brace yourself when we count all the face masks and all the skincare and the brush and everything else. It adds up to a whopping £410.98. So now this is the point where I would like to add that loads of these products I got either as a present or with a discount. So I'm just telling you how much it's worth. That's not necessarily how much I spent on it, but it's still shocking. And last time's empties were worth £363.34, and the ones before on my blog was worth £236.93. So it seems as if we go on in the year, I keep using up more and more things, but I think it's just because I'm making a more conscious decision of trying to use up everything that's getting a bit older. And also a lot of these things, like the Hoola bronzer or I don't know, the foundation, so loads of these only had a little bit left in there, and for some reason I just kept it on the side. Like the perfume, I just kept it on the side, but I didn't use it up. And I think the reason why I use more and more products up is because I have so many that have a little bit left, but they're just some, I don't know, I just discard them on the side once I hit a certain point. So I'm making a bit more of a conscious effort to use up what I have. So I think that's why I used up so much more this month. But if I add up all those threes, I think it's like all the products I used up since like December. I'm not sure you're ready for this. It's worth £1,011.25. Yes, it's a lot of money. Now again, this is more just what it's worth. It's not necessarily what I spent on it. But even if I did, to be fair, even if I bought everything full price, which would be a bit upsetting to think that's how much I spend on things, and well, I do, but you know, at least I know that I'm getting my money's worth out of this and I'm going through things. So, but again, that's just how much these are worth. It's not necessarily how much I spent, and I don't want anyone to think that it's normal to spend this much. Again, keep in mind that I do work in beauty to start with, and before I worked in beauty I worked in a beauty salon, so again I got a discount there. And also because I did makeup like freelancing, I also have discount with loads of brands. So please don't feel pressure to like buy loads of makeup. You as a normal like everyday person, you don't need to. I mean, unless if it's your passion and you can afford it, then yep, go ahead. But you know, I'm just saying it's a lot of money. And I do know that, and it's a bit shocking because before that I never really used to think about how much is it worth what I'm actually using up. It's a lot of money, so yeah, but at least I know I'm getting my money's worth. So that's the video for today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, a thumbs up. It is the same, isn't it? And consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me. And let me know what you used up lately, or yeah, what do you think? Did you use any of these products and did you enjoy them? Let me know. But for now I'm gonna go because it's getting late and it's turning into a really long video and my boyfriend is waiting upstairs. So I'm gonna go now. Have a lovely day and bye bye.